Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
What is the deal, y'all? We here to talk love, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the hottest station on the planet. We already know how spicy it is over here at Hot 702.5. We are here to talk love. Come on in here to the room. Make sure your heart gets filled.
Right.
Because the thing about it is the conversations we have, we want to make sure at least you can get something from it, or y'all could teach us something. But we always want to have a solution-based conversation. So hopefully your heart and soul gets filled with a little bit of overflow. But it's definitely where love meets beauty. I am Ms. Love Doctor.
Beauty on the beat.
What is the deal, friend? How's your day?
Happy week.
It's a new week.
It's a new month.
It's a new week. It's a new month. It's
In a
going
new
fast.
year.
It's a new year.
Right? March 1st, bro.
It's already March 1st.
March 1st.
Happy Women's History Month.
Man, I say national history. It's the women's month. It ain't about history. It's the women. We the beginning and the end. We the future.
The beginning and the end.
It's like, wow.
I mean, you really can't get rid of the beginning and the end. You feel me? So, what you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? There's not much you could do with that. But you had a good week?
I had an amazing week.
Cool. I had a good week. You know what? Like, it just always as long as it ain't a week ups, it's a good week. So, I don't know. I just been working and focusing and keeping my head down. I got a lot of stuff going on that I'm trying to pull together. I read my horoscope today, and it said, you may feel like a task that you're taking on is too big. Mm-hmm. And you're doing little things, but you don't feel like it's even enough to put a dent in what you're doing. But it was like it's the opposite. You're taking small bites, but you're still eating, and eventually you're going to get to where you at. She
said we're taking small bites, but we still eating. We still eating.
Because that's not, I worded it like that. But, you feel me? Because I feel like that's how I eat anyway. Smaller bites, slow as hell.
Right. But that's how we're supposed to eat.
They talk about how I eat because I eat so slow, but
I have a big mind that I want to eat, but you already know I'll buy the whole menu, but I'm like, I can only eat.
Let me nibble on this all day. Yeah.
All day.
So we have to show some love to our sponsors. Keys Royalty House of Love. And it's the house where love resides, and love is the key. Also, always stand on beat with hair and makeup with Miss Beauty on the Beat. But I think now the sponsor is On Beat Beauty.
Right, because it's, the launch is coming soon.
On Beat Beauty. Coming soon. That's exciting.
I'm excited about it. It's
a little bit of, a little plant a seed here, plant a seed there. You'll have a garden in no time.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Look at her coming with all the analogies.
I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. It just...
She said it all today.
You feel me? And I appreciate it. So, I think I say the best stuff when we're just having a conversation and I'm like in it.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, we should have recorded that.
But it is recorded and now we can see it.
Yeah. So make sure you guys comment and share and make sure you love it. Love. If you want to call in, 702-551-5261. We'd love to hear from you. This is a, safe space, basically. No
Always.
judgment. Honesty is, and respect is the policy. So, keep it classy. We're all adults here. We should be able to communicate effectively and get our message across in a non-confrontational way.
Thank you. I don't want no smoke,
In a
but I feel like you should be able
non-conversational
to
way.
speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Like, I'm not here for smoke per se, but we do need to clear the air because it's a little smoky.
It's a little blurry.
Yes. So,
Well, thanks for the drinks today.
yeah, we're toasting to something very important. It's my dog's birthday. I don't know if she tuned in, but she already knew we was going to toast it up for her one time for the one time.
She a solid one. Like
That's
when you
my
have people
dog.
around you and you see the
That's
friendships
my
that they
dog.
have.
That's
Happy
she on there,
birthday!
Kato. Where your drink at? Where your drink at?
Cheers to you. Love
So, we have been friends for 33 years.
you. Woo! Let it go.
On 34. We're going to 34. We're working on 34. And we have a caller. So, we're going to go ahead and answer that.
Yay.
Is it my friends for 30 some years? Hello, callers.
It's KB.
Hello,
Birthday
KB.
girl.
What's up, birthday girl?
Hey, y'all.
It's your birthday. You thought we wasn't gonna have you call in when we was?
Come on now. I can see her smile.
It's your birthday. So as I was saying, we was gonna share some love to you so you can have the happiest birthday on air.
On air.
And it's cheers to you. Like you and KB in there, we the numbers is off, but we working on are we in our 30s of years of friendship.
That's great.
And I can say that you have been consistent and you have made it effortlessly to love you. And you gave me like the best godson ever. And just know you my dog. And we had to tap you in. Marquita crying.
God dang it. Y'all can't be just the love. Oh.
And she accepted accepted beauty on the beat.
Yes, she did. She was the real one. Okay? You were a real one for that. I love you, girl.
Oh, thank you. I love you, friend. Like, to the moon and freaking back. We've been in this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Many years and many years to come.
That's right. We got
Thank
shit
you.
to do. Come on. And I just wanted to let y'all know on air, on her birthday, and on the first day of Women's History Month.
Period.
That she has a business called K. Nicole Looks.
Right.
And if we talking about women that made history, friend, I don't know the dates, but I was going to tell you to text me earlier, but she was the only girl that I knew that had like 3 degrees and a single mother at like 23. I don't know what age it was, but she literally had 3 different degrees, like super educated. She was very dedicated to the cause while raising her son at the same time. But I did want you to tell us about those dates because they're important. You made history with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot. I'm kind of
Don't
tired of
be
school,
bashful.
to be honest. But, I'm a medical assistant. I got that degree. I did that degree, honestly, simply to make sure that I knew how to take care of my son. I was a young mom, so I thought it was important that I knew how to take care of my baby. So I went and got my MA degree. Then I turned around and went and got my bachelor's in business administration, which was the most. And now I am 9 credits away from getting my master's.
What?
Come on, 9 credits.
And I'm a business owner, K. Nicole Looks. I got accessories for every person, every woman, I should say. Men, shout out to y'all too.
Don't
I got
leave
that
out the
grown
men.
and sophisticated looks that you want to see your girl in. Holla at me. KNicoleLooks.com.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it.
Hey.
Okay. Well, we had to make sure we paid a little love to you because it was important. And usually I would be there, or you would be here, or we would be somewhere.
They always show up
So
for
this
each
is
other. Always.
separation anxiety, but
I know, right? I was over here freaking out. Like, what am I gonna do? What's going on?
where is she at? When is she gonna run through this door?
Yeah. Aw.
I get y'all so good, both y'all in that car. Can y'all just say that I get y'all really good?
Yeah, you do. You do. You be popping up, okay? And shout out to you, Marquita, because you done popped up too.
Aw,
Love you too.
Thanks. I'm just happy y'all accepted me, and y'all didn't have to, but I just love just the energy that you always bring, and like I said, strong women is what I'm attracted to. Like that's who I like to rock with, and y'all ain't never wavered. Even being a Pisces, I love me a Pisces because I'm married to one.
Shots fired, shot.
And my bestie is a Pisces as well, so I understand the love. I understand.
Y'all cool or whatever.
We both Capricorns.
Don't be hating, Fred.
It takes a special, breed to be able to,
to love us both. To love us both, okay? But we're both Caps, and we both have Pisces for besties.
Can I tell the story about when I called you the other day and you had an attitude?
Oh boy!
She said, "Just call me back because I want to watch my show." And I'm like, "Okay." I sat there for like 5 minutes, like, fuck her show. I want to talk. Something is up. I call back. What's going on? She looking in the phone. I know something's up. You talking about I'm here to talk.
I hope that's.
But we gonna raise our cups to you. We love you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Enjoy your birthday.
Hey.
Keep getting
Got
younger.
our cups too.
I'm gonna call y'all
Period.
so I can
Love
be
you
there
guys.
in a minute.
Love
All right.
you
Love
guys
you too. Love you,
right.
KB.
Said love you, KB. Love y'all.
Love you too.
All right. Peace out.
All right.
Solid women. Solid. Okay.
I love my friends. Yes, I love it. I'm so glad y'all called in. Thank you, KB, for that little call connect. You know what I'm saying? Send that text. But we had to do that. So last week we talked about celebrating love of Black History Month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we know how important that love is needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people who have hangups with love. A lot of people don't like love, but it's like
has different meanings to everybody.
When her and I have this conversation, I believe that love is not all you need, but I definitely believe it is in the top. And she like, so it may not be all you needed, but it's something that we must have,
Yes, I'm just saying it's not.
It's the key to many solutions.
It is.
It's the key to many solutions.
I just feel like it's not everything. You know how you say love conquers all? I don't feel that way.
I get it. I know you don't, because I do. We debate that, so that's what we're saying.
True.
So we're definitely bringing back to love, but not only for African Americans, but for Africans in American, and to swing into a new month for women, for humans, and everybody, because it's important. But the reason why I worded it like that, because we are all Africans, no matter where we was born and where we live, but the fact that we are systematically taught that we are not alike, and that we don't like each other, and we don't need each other. And a friend of mine from Ghana, I'm pretty sure I told this story before, I had been around her for a couple of years, and she pulled me to the side and was like, can I tell you something? And I'm like, what? And she's like, you're nothing like what I thought you were going to be. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And she's like, well, before I got here, I was told do not deal with African Americans at all, especially the women, and to marry white men. And she said that was her first husband. He was white, because she came here afraid to deal with any African Americans. And so for me to be around it, I wasn't directly her friend, but I was in there. You know what I'm saying? And she's just waiting on the other shoe to drop. I'm like, well, who did you expect me to be? She was like, I don't know, because I never dealt with one. I said, so they telling them over there, and then they telling us over here, so we don't get together right here. Okay, well played.
Now that we know that, hey y'all, let's go.
Well played. So I think that's trash, and we gotta stop it today. But we have to stop it on a close level, as far as a far level. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important that we do realize that one word that is the key is love. If we loved one another, we can get along with one another.
Yeah.
If we understood that we were more alike than we were different, then we can get along with one another.
But that jealousy thing keeps coming in.
Yeah, well, that's why the conversation, it comes back full circle anyway. So the question is, do we need love? Do we need love? What do you think? What y'all think? Who's watching? Because I don't know.
I mean, I get what you're saying now. Yes, that we definitely do need love when it just comes to understanding one another and the things that we all go through. Like you say, like we each put our pants on the same way. We still, same. Like we still go through those trials and tribulations.
Your feelings get hurt the same. If you get cut, you bleed the same.
Yeah.
If you have a child, it's the same labor pains.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what race you are.
Yeah.
Like it's all the same. But what the difference is, what's the same for all of us is if we don't receive love, the outcome is the damn same.
I know.
It just looks different for you because you look different than me. And your environment was created differently than mine, but it's the same adversarial effects.
Yeah. Remember your thing you said about side effects?
We gonna get to that.
But that's literally how,
it's basically the side effects of if I put this in place, this can happen. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen to everybody.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean it's gonna look exactly the same. But it's these things are possible to happen.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Very, very crazy. But they do say that the best kept secret to happiness is love. And it'll align us all to, to take care of one another. And taking care of one another is something that we're losing that concept like rapidly. Our children are the ones who are suffering before it.
And yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, well, I don't got to take care of you. I don't got to do this. And I was skimming through. I hate trying to watch TV because trying to find something that I'm interested in, it takes so long. Then the TV goes black and this thing come on. I'm like, come on, fam. But you know how you stop it at a thing, at one of the previews of the shows on the, what's that thing I got now? Fire Stick. It plays the preview.
Oh, okay.
And it was the Upshaws and the Wanda Sykes. That's what I was trying to think about. She was like, can you help grandma with something? The little girl was like, no. Ooh. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on? Why are you letting her talk? Why are you writing that in the script? This little black girl talking to her grandmother like that.
Yeah.
Because we could never.
That's true, though.
We could never. Ooh. It's like the loss of respect for elders is out the door.
Oh, my God.
That video, that little boy kicking his grandmother, I still get sick to my stomach from it.
Seen
and I can only watch like a snippet of it because I literally was sick to my stomach. Like, how the fuck? Who's recording it?
Nah, I went into the school and like legit, I like snacks, so I'm watching my son's basketball game. So they're like, okay, intermission, you about to go? I'm like, okay, let me go get something to drink, something. When I tell you all kids ran to the cafeteria, so I just get in line. These kids do not know how to say, excuse me. I know I didn't look like no kid that day, okay? I know I didn't look like no 7th, 8th grader, okay? They walked right in front of me. They were hitting each other. They almost hit me. I had to, buck up on a few little kids. By the time I got up to the snack bar, they like, what you need, girl? I give it to you. Because they know how disrespectful these guys are.
Create a parent line and create a...
Hey, I'm about to start walking into schools because I guess I could be that mama. They go, excuse me, why you running?
But you got to think about that, too. Like, from the time of conception, they still young.
Ooh.
So, from the time you are conceived, you literally need love. And another thing I was watching on, it's called Babies. And I don't know why... It's baffling to me. Like, even when I hear people say, ooh, these new babies, they so smart. Or these new babies.
They different, bro.
You were the same smart.
It's not.
You only reason why it's different is because of the technology. But the way your body was designed when you were born is the same as every other baby that's born. So
when they was coming out and we had to hold their hand and they could get whiplash if they did. These kids coming out looking like, hey, what you doing? How you doing
they
today?
still need support on their neck. Their neck is not strong enough. But when you came out, if they knew back then, you literally could crawl. If they supposed to put you in. I did my doula training. Okay. When I watched that baby, they put the baby on the stomach because it's just the way we're designed. Like our body, like we are a fucking work of art when you really dig into how the human body works. So they put the baby on the stomach, and because the baby knows that the breast is what feeds it, you can literally watch the baby crawl and find the breast and start breastfeeding. If you lay the baby on your mom's skin or on the dad's skin, instantly the baby knows that this is a safe space. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, but they were doing all these different tests about babies and how they think and how they move and how they like, oh my God, I didn't know that baby. Like, what did you think?
This lady can talk.
We was just an empty slate, and then we filled up at one point in time.
True.
It's just, I don't know. But the one thing you do need is love, and if you don't, it creates a psychological damage that is it could be lifelong and long-term effects, you know what I'm saying? But they say at least one part of the brain, and that's the orbital frontal cortex, and that's behind the orbits of the eyes. This is not only important but crucial to shape the brain for the setup for the human's life. So that was skin to skin, love, right then and there. So right, this portion of your brain, right behind your eyes, is what forms and creates how you.
So that's why they say look into their eyes, you know.
Well, you want to look into their eyes so that they can have a connection. They understand. Yeah. So I did see this one in one of my trainings. They would like look at the baby and like goo goo gaga and all that, and the baby's like, oh my God, like oh you like me, you love me, and then the mom was just like, they said now make your face straight, and the mom made her face straight, and the baby was like, like confused, like
what happened? What I do?
What happened? Yeah, and then next thing you know, the baby kind of like got scared.
What?
And started crying
so
and whining.
Us.
Yes.
Shut up. Yes. I don't know. Like a kid, I never thought about it like that. Like I know that when I would feed my kids, I would just notice them. I didn't know that they were not necessarily noticing me.
They're looking at you. They're learning your face. They're learning who you are. They're noticing that you're the person who feeds them. You're the person who burps them and hugs them. They're studying you to figure things out. Just like we got another caller. Okay,
we get calls today.
Welcome to Let's Talk Love. Who's calling?
Hey.
So I wanted to call and chime in because I am a mom of 4, 1 adopted, 3 biological, and I breastfed all 3 of my biological children. So I wanted to comment on what you were saying with breastfeeding. You also know that babies' sight is no further than from the mother's face to their face. So even with where the breast is located, like we are physically designed to have our breasts right in the where the baby's visual is. So even when they are on the breast and you're looking into their face, that's only as far as they can see as clear. And also, I'm not sure how true it is for Caucasian women, but for African American women, our nipples also get darker, and that's all the baby can see is like that darker nipples.
Buzzer.
So like women that have breastfed, they'll notice like when they look at their nipples that they look like black almost, or like
the milk
really
ducts
dark compared to
working behind that skin. Yeah, like we're designed.
To find it.
The design is it's
so
like
amazing.
Come from a fish. It's amazing how we're designed. What's your name?
Oh, this is Cece.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
I'm glad you added that because it's true. It's very important. Just the way we're made, period. The way our uterus is made and what it does and what the breast does and how it automatically, like if you've had a baby and you're out and another baby starts crying, your milk does start working.
Oh yeah, that has
Instantly.
happened to me before. Like I've been in Walmart and a baby has cried on the other aisle, and my boobs would fill up, and my baby's nowhere near me.
Yeah.
But I like to look a lot at the why of things, not just with your body, but just the universe around you. Like I had a moment in my life where I would literally ask the universe, what is it trying to tell me? You know, like things aren't just happening for just no reason whatsoever, you know?
Right.
So there's a why behind everything. So if you just take a moment to no matter what the emotion is or whatever you're going through physically or just the world around you, like take a moment to just stop and just think like, okay, why is this happening right now? Like what is the message in this moment right here? And no matter what it is, and you'll start to see stuff like so much more clear, like even with your children, relationships, love, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
I like that. I like that. I think it allows you to really just stop in the moment anyway. Because it'd be so much going on. You kind of like I call it the tornado. You get yourself caught up in that whirlwind. And it's like if you can just stop for a second and really analyze everything, it's like, oh, okay. Because, you have that moment after the fact. Like, okay, this made sense for that. Okay, this is why this. Okay, it wasn't good when it happened. It wasn't good when it happened, but I call it the transitional phase. Like we're transitioning through life literally every second of the day. So I feel like at some point when you do have that aha moment, or when things have been really big for you, and it's pushing you for a transition into something else and a new phase of life. So. But we definitely appreciate you calling in. Make sure you call back. We're going to have to get you. We're going to have to get you on here because we got something we could talk about, and you know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be good, y'all.
I'm over here like this.
Sip it. All right, love. Thank you so much for calling in, and we I'll get with you on those dates. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Have a good day.
All right.
So. Where we at? Where we at?
Just being a woman and like knowing, I know that it's History Month, but just celebrating women, like we were only designed here. Well, society has put us to only be designed for one thing.
Which is what?
Which is baby making and taking, like being taking care of others, right? But how you're dissecting and how we are talking about this, just how magnificent we are made, okay?
It's crazy.
Like we are creators of humans.
It's quite amazing.
Like, when I tell my daughter, like, you are, now that you have, like, when she becomes that, girl, like, you have...
You need to know your power now.
In your hand.
You need to know your power now. That's why part of my foundation is Flower Power. It is very, very important. But that's the goal overall because of how we're built, how we're designed. But we don't know what we don't know.
We don't know what we don't know.
You
but
know
to know
saying?
That we are makers...
But just think about the fact that we're deliberately deprived of this information too.
Ooh.
Like we're systematically taught, like you ain't shit, you worthless. What do you bring to the table, and all of this shit.
You'll always need a man.
What else? Like, what else can I get from you besides sex? It's like, what if we just stop giving it to y'all altogether?
It may force them to do what they already want to do since they always with their homies.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the babies.
I'm gonna
go back to the babies because fundamentally, babies and infants and children need love, and I focus on the babies because that's how we all started. And if you know how you were and how you were loved as a child, and it could shed light on the way you love and allow love too. You know,
Ooh,
so
that's true.
we produce smaller amounts of hormones when we do not receive enough love. Oxytocin contributes to the growth of many cells. So to answer the question, we absolutely need love. Like, we need it worldwide, but most importantly, we need it in our community for each other. But develop problem-solving skills.
Yes. What were we talking about yesterday? Remember that gentle parenting that we was talking about?
We were
Right?
Yeah.
And it was like when we talked about it, and I had to like look at myself like, Marquita, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be like, no, Timmy, don't do that. Like, you know.
Now, Timmy,
like,
don't burn the house down.
Like, don't hit me. Hold on, I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't that. It was more like,
Here's the levels of discipline. You pick and choose which level you want to get to. You know what I'm saying?
yes. But I feel like if you
know.
teach that in the beginning stages of letting them foster who they want to be, but let them know, like, hey, that's dangerous. This is why I'm telling you not to do that. You could fall and break your neck. Like, can you please get off of that? Because if you are to fall, you can fall and break your neck. When my son broke his arm, he knew on the thing, he had to know, hey, I know, now I know that wasn't safe for me to just do it and not have any repercussion. He got on that monkey bars and fell, broke his arm. I ain't never broke a bone in my body, but shoot.
Well, I mean, there's certain things that you need, but like if you allow it to happen, it's like I try to protect you. That's the whole purpose of being a parent anyway, because they're the ones who teach us what our needs and our wants is.
Right? Our parents are, yeah. I mean, but if you didn't, yeah. But again, that just begs to differ what she said. We need love.
What were you about to say?
That, like, as a kid, if we don't get that, if we don't have that, if we're not shown that, it shows up in our parenting. It shows up in our relationships. It shows up in our friendships. It shows up in our workships. It shows up in everything.
Yeah. But what was you about to say?
I was just... I love her. What you about to say?
But Maslow is thinking about the needs from how it should be taught from the beginning, right? It helps you to align things as far as setting boundaries in life and creating, like you said in the beginning, like realizing how I need to be loved and how I give love too, because they could be two different ways. You know what I'm saying? But Maslow hierarchy of needs focus on the basic human needs in life, and there's 5 levels of needs that help us get to the stages of self-actualization.
Okay. We learning something new, y'all. Self-actualization.
They go in levels, and once you meet one, there is an allowance for the other. So it's almost like you shouldn't be going after this need if you don't even have this need met.
Oh.
Almost like relationships.
Yes,
yeah?
but don't go to 1 all the way to 10 and feel like, oh, okay, just because I got to 10, I don't need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, like that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
So the first one is psycho. I can't talk today, and I'm losing my voice. So I don't know if y'all noticed that, but psychological needs, which includes breathing, water, food, you know, and safety is the next, where you feel that it allows room for love and belonging. And to love and to be loved is a natural instinct. This is why you can watch the Animal Channel and see them love and care for their offsprings, and it prepares them for the world. Like, you know, with the bird, they say, like, the mom, she takes care of them. She gets the worm. She comes back and forth. Like, we've watched it. We've all seen it. And when it's time for that bird to get out there, she just pushes him out there. But it's when she knows that he's ready. She's, you know, she's provided those other levels of need before they can go out there and face their fears. You know? But this is the very same thing that we need. Love comes from a physical drive, not as much as an emotional drive. And we lack motivation without it.
True. If you don't have a why, or if you don't have a reason behind doing it, you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. But the main reason should be is like I think I just had a whole ass revelation, but that's the way I operate. Like, would I want them to do it for me? Mm-hmm. So yes, I'm gonna do it for you, because if I needed it, mm-hmm. like, I would hope that this person in this position, can be there for me if they needed to.
Yeah, with kids, you already know. I feel like they didn't ask to be here. It's on the act of the things that we do.
Trigger.
So for me, I just know, like, hey, I gotta provide. Like I said, I never felt like as a woman I had to do the whole everything, but I also knew that, hey, these kids didn't ask to be here. How can I give them the best possibility of life?
But how many people are thinking like that when they have a baby, right? I think a lot of us are just out here winging it.
Yeah.
Just, I'm doing my best. And it's almost like, because I said I'm doing my best, that's supposed to suffice.
True.
But is it really the best? You get what I'm saying? Like,
because we're not really whole at the time. Like, again, we're kids. We are big kids that just turned into adults. And we haven't dealt with, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
If our side effects of being unloved and not being, so we're going to either try to do that for our kids in a different way that the way that it wasn't done for us. So, like, okay, if I wasn't pushed, I'm going to push them harder. But even though that might hurt them, because they didn't have the same issues that I had. They didn't have the same side effects that I had. So me being irrational on, like, hey, you got to have this, because I'm going to look bad if you do this.
Ooh, pin that. I'm going to look bad if this. Mm-hmm. But miss all of the other thises. Mm-hmm. Your kids out here looking good, but lacking love. Mm-hmm. So that's you just loveless, flyest. That's crazy. That's crazy now that you really think about it, because you get the flyest, like, I'm gonna speak about a guy because I date guys, but you get the flyest guy, like, everybody liked them in school. They always dress nice, you know what I'm saying? But they was probably hella rude, hella abusive, physically, emotionally, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't full of love. They look good. Mm-hmm. They mama spending the bag on with them.
So they don't look bad. That made no sense to me.
Yeah. Because that's probably how they show love.
Mm-hmm. Or they didn't
but
have
never
that.
hug, but never hug the baby.
I say I gotta touch my kids every day. Like, I gotta physically I have to. That it's a skin to skin. I breastfed all my kids, so I feel like I'm not gonna wait until they was 2 or 3 to keep having that skin to skin. So a hug is something, a touch, a shoulder, a rub, or something. I gotta feel you.
The hug really releases endorphins, mm-hmm. and reduces anxiety and depression. Because when you think about it, like, when something big is going on. And when I say big, I mean like a death in the family, or like you were frightened by something. Mm-hmm. You probably can hold yourself up until you see somebody that you feel like care about you, and they finally hug you. Then you melt.
Like, you just let it go. You just be like,
and now you a puddle. Now you a whole ass puddle.
Yeah.
And you know what is crazy? Like, we all walked a walk in life, and just telling that right now, it made me think about something that was very big for me, but I don't think about it often, and I don't know why I don't think about it often. But when I say I've always been in the helping field, like, I've always had like a part-time job doing some PCA work or some CNA work or something like that, where I help people who couldn't help themselves, right? Mm-hmm. And this particular lady, all she needed was some love. Like, when I think about my old clients, because you are there with them and you spend time with them, and mm-hmm. and I don't have nothing that I want from them. Mm-hmm. So it was always a genuine connection, and I will forever remember them. And I don't know if they'll ever, remember me, but I just remember this lady, and she was like, "You should take the key to my house." And I'm like, I had to text the office, like, can we take people keys? And I was like, well, she said, she said she wasn't going to be able to get up to let me in, yada, yada, yada. Girl, I get to this lady's house. She's deceased. And I held it together. 911's like, do CPR. I'm trying to get her out the chair. I don't realize that rigor mortis done set in. I'm strong as hell, apparently, because I done slid this lady down to the floor. And I don't know this man from Adam, and I wish I could look this report up. But when it was, when the fire department got there, it was like the captain just stopped me and was like, "You did good." When he said that, it was over. And then he hugged me. He was like, "You did good." He said, "You strong as hell." He was like, because when they say dead weight, it's a real thing. He's like, "How did you move her?" I was like, "They was like, get her down to the floor." I was panicking. I was acting off of impulse, but the little of a connection that I had with this lady, for her to even be like, "You should take the key to my house," when I come in, because I would try to make it fun for them and things like that. Like, it's important that everybody receives love throughout life.
Yes, thank you. Throughout life,
not just when you're a baby.
Yeah.
Just, okay, this bitch, she ain't a baby no more. You a big girl. You a big boy. You don't cry no more. Get up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, no, you need to love them throughout life. Mm-hmm. Every transition of life.
Yes, because people be doing seniors wrong. Kids and seniors.
I'm like, I ain't got no kids. I'm worried.
But they do them wrong. And that being like an in-home provider, I would have to go in there and I would see them like take so much money for them or just do shady stuff to them.
Like they have no intentions on growing old.
I'm just saying,
no, like you don't have no intentions on growing old. Like it should, if you have intentions on growing old, it's gonna be you next.
Yeah.
So why would you do somebody like that?
True.
You know what I'm saying? And people just don't think about the fact of, and then that goes with the whole ass love thing to begin with. Treat people how you want to be treated. You act like you don't know how to be a good person, but then you're demanding respect. You're demanding good customer service. You're demanding this in a relationship. You're demanding this from your friendships. Like, well, I need you to be like this. Mm-hmm. Or you want me to conform to you because you don't know how to receive or give love, but I need to conform to you in order for us to be friends.
That is how it goes sometimes.
So what are some ways that, we can show love to each other? We can build a bridge, mend the gap, put a Band-Aid on us, stitch us up.
True. Well, the first thing we can do, right, it takes practice, right?
Yeah.
And practice makes perfect eventually, But you can get...
If you try to play in a game and you don't know how to play the game and you practice, you end up getting better at the game.
You are going to get better.
So you can get better at being a good damn human, too.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you think?
I think be who you say you are at all times. Like, at all times. It's okay to change and grow. But when you're growing and you figure out that transition of life, it's okay to let the people that's close to you know. Like, y'all know, they know. I tell them, like, it's that time. I don't know what's coming, but
quarterly review again.
It's a quarterly review with the board of directors on the inside of me, because it be really a change and I really grow in some shape and form or fashion. So I don't think it'd be bad to change, but I think when you do, tell the person, because then they can adjust to the way you're changing. Mm-hmm. Versus like, well, you're not the way you used to be.
Yeah.
No, true. I'm not. And I don't like that shit you did either, so I ain't accepting it no more.
If more people can say that, though, that would be great. And that's why another one is like, I don't know how, because I'm still working on this, how to build trust, okay?
Say it with us, people, T.
How to build and show it, though. Like, I can try to build it, but I don't know how to show that I'm accepting your trust.
You don't know how to show it.
I don't know how to show that I am trusting you. I mean, I don't know if that's a necessarily. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, a example could be like letting people in your house.
Oh, well then, I guess.
Letting them in your personal life, telling them about your business. I don't know.
Oh, then, I guess I feel like I'm more transparent.
I trust you to be who you say you are until you show me different. Now I'm looking at you differently. I don't know what to do with that. Like, and then I'm confused, And I don't like that. I don't like that. So, forgiveness. You gonna sit? And then you got the 5 love languages. My faves.
That's true though. But I feel like a lot of people don't believe in that.
Who don't believe in the 5 love languages?
A lot of people.
I need anybody who don't believe in that to
believe in
up.
the love. Please, because I feel like it's like, I feel like, you know, that it sounds good because us women are saying it, but I feel like a lot of men do not like.
I know a lot of men who stand on their love language, and they know what they are.
I would love to meet them.
You were at Let's Talk Love with the men.
I did meet a few, but I'm just telling you, like, I don't feel like that's really, is that
I don't
80,
know
60,
if it's that they
40,
don't
30?
believe in it, but have they been taught?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the difference. Like, it's a lot of people out here walking around don't even know what love is.
I told you.
I was watching the show, well, you know, my little love show last night, and the girl, they asked her, have you ever been in love? And she was like, no. They was like, I don't know if this is a red flag or not. But she was honest. And she was like, I don't know if a person's intentions are true. Mm-hmm. She was like, and obviously they weren't because we're not together. And that's where I'm at with it. Mm-hmm. That is where I'm at with it. Mm-hmm. Because if it was natural and if it was supposed to happen, it would be happening. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be thinking about if it could happen, maybe, possibly. Oh, well, they did do this on that day. That was nice. So, girl. They like, no, I don't know.
You don't want to ask that. You don't want to ask.
I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to know everything. I want to know directly how me and your friendship is going to work. How do we operate with one another? How do we handle if there's a conflict? How do we be there for each other if there's a death in the family? True. I need to know these things because, for one, I need to show up how you need me to show up, not how I think I'm supposed to show up for you.
Yeah, or how I want you to show up for me.
I'm supposed to show up how you want me
that makes sense.
to show up. Okay. If I'm just showing up, well, I think I'll just hit her up on this day and I'll do this and do that. I'm doing that because that's how I think it's okay to show up. Mm-hmm. But if I ask you specifically, how would you like for me to be there for you? Mm-hmm. That gives you an opportunity to tell me.
True.
And then I can do just that.
Yeah.
So you still feel supported because you may want space. Like, give me some space, but check up on me every once in a while. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Got that. Mm-hmm. You know, I could do that.
Yeah.
Or like, don't give me no space. And then you don't give the person space, whether it's on the phone, whether whatever. Because COVID taught us that you don't have to come over people's house all the time.
Everybody know if I'm calling you on FaceTime.
I don't never want to talk regular.
I'm over here hitting the chick. Like, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I feel more connected when I get to see your face. I feel like I'm not far away from you. Like, especially when I call my cousin. I can read your facial expressions.
What you doing? What you doing? Oh, how you feeling? What's wrong with your face? You know.
What happened? Uh-huh.
You know right away. Like, oh, yeah. You hear it in the tone of the voice or whatever, whether it's high or low or...
Text message, I hate. Oh, my God.
But that's just like talking without the purpose of an argument. So if you're not going in it for the purpose of an argument, you can have a conversation that doesn't involve an argument.
Thank you. But when people always think that you're argumentative... That'd be the issue.
But you're not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm coming with peace, but we got to have this conversation.
Yes.
And don't get so upset. And if you get upset, take a breath or something. But we need to have this conversation. Oh, everybody take a breath.
Yes.
Be patient.
And allow them to talk, too. If they come into you
with a problem. You can't listen if you talking.
If you come in with a problem, don't say, well, this is what you doing too. Don't do that. I just feel like that's wrong for us to talk about it like that. Hey, if I come with a problem, like you always say, if you stepped on my foot, don't tell me 3 days ago, well, when you stepped on mine, I didn't say nothing. Did it hurt? You should have said something. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you that hurt.
Or why are you bringing it up now that I'm bringing this up?
That's a whole nother topic.
You should have, if this was an issue for you, then you should have definitely brought that up before. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you also have to make people feel heard. You have to make them feel important.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, I came to you with this thing. And
because I really love you. And I appreciate you.
I wouldn't come to... Listen, everybody knows me that knows. I'm not... If I'm bringing it to you, it's because I care about you. Mm-hmm. Because if I feel that you consistently hurt me or you're doing something... I'm just going to step the hell back because I'm not going to keep letting you do the same thing. That's what creates confrontation.
But you can't just say, like, I don't like when you did that. Like, that hurt my feelings.
You should absolutely say that.
Okay.
Because I think that's more straightforward. And I think you're really good at that. Like, I have to say all this other shit that I'm working on. I'm working on myself, okay? But I say all this other shit, but I still mean everything that I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I'm being direct and saying that this is the thing, and nothing is done behind this thing, I feel like that's enough of an answer for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Because how many times do we have to talk about this one thing, and I'm the only one being affected by it? Because obviously it's not affecting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't affect you at all. Because you just skipping and la-la-la-la-ing your ass all around. And I'm the only one over here like, well, what the hell was that all about?
My toe swollen and shit.
You know, you stepping on people's feet and everything. But yes, it's important. And make sure y'all do something nice for a woman this month. I know. Everybody say everything is for the women. However, we are going to get to it, but there is a lot of things that women did to contribute to not only American history, but history, period.
Yeah.
You know, like existence.
We are
BC, AC, you know.
A king has to come from what? A queen.
A twat.
Like,
No.
I'm just saying you have to come from something. You have to be born into this earth. So, guys, just,
celebrate a woman. And it doesn't mean gifts, and it doesn't mean all that. Like, even if you just text somebody something nice, send them some flower emojis, a gift. Like, just to say that I appreciate you, woman. You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, we're women. Shout out to you.
Shout out.
We're going to go ahead and give it up for ourselves. Because what would the world be without women? That's a real question.
Exactly.
By the way.
I'm ready for y'all to...
It was posed to me. What would the world be without women, and what would the world be without men? And...
We both need each other.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I can't have
because you can't have a baby. Yes.
So we are designed to be together, bro.
Boink, boink.
Like, we were designed to procreate, okay? I'm just saying. Now, I don't want to be all controversial or political on this bullshit. All I'm saying is that we were designed to be together.
Right.
That's it. I can't make an egg without you. You can't make an egg without me. Like, it's the same thing.
Your little nasty sperms. No. No, but we're going to, in honor of Women History Month, Keys Do Love Mommies is hosting a flower power movement. And we are accepting donations for women's feminine products. Anything that... If you're a woman, you'll understand, and I'm not saying this against a man. I'm just saying, like, anything that makes a woman, that makes her feel good, makes her feel fresh, and you know what I mean? We're taking pads, tampons, fresh wipes, towels, soap, panties.
Like unused.
I hope I don't have to tell y'all that.
Unused.
Please,
not
unused.
Some old panties that y'all,
soap, body wash. But most importantly, if you have any older blankets, please bring the blankets out because it is cold as hell outside. And we will be taking donations here at the station from 4 to 5 every Wednesday. And we'll have a couple of other donation drop-off stops. But we are going to pay homage to the almighty flower and make sure we know the power of the flower because you already know what it is. I'm gonna stop myself. But all right, thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all and we'll see y'all next week.